Welcome to another edition of the South Carolina Military Museum's Weapons Corner. Today we have an interesting firearm from our vault. It's a Num.1 Derringer. And the definition of a Derringer is a short barrel pistol that has a large bore and is small enough to be carried in a pocket. David Moore began producing his new Derringer in Brooklyn, New York in about 1860. And it was the first true large caliber breech loading Derringer that was ever produced. And the pistol is interesting because it has some innovative features to it. It had a brass frame that was scroll engraved, and it was usually nickel plated. And it had a innovative side pivoting 2.5-inch barrel that was chambered for the 41 caliber rimfire black powder cartridge. During this time in firearms development and cartridge development, the self-contained metallic cartridge was a fairly new innovation, and these were usually rimfire. Today, when we think of a rimfire cartridge, we think of the 22 caliber round that's used in small bore pistols and rifles. But in this period of history, the early rounds were rimfire. And in order to load the pistol, there was a knurled button here on the side that had to be pulled back, and it unlocked the barrel and allowed the barrel to pivot to the side. And when you did that, it exposed the chamber, allowing a round to be inserted. And there's your chamber. You loaded the round into the chamber and pivoted the barrel back up into position and locked it. And this was a single action pistol, meaning that the hammer had to be pulled to the rear and cocked prior to firing. It had a spur trigger, and once you pulled the trigger and fired the pistol, you could also use it for what was called a knuckle duster. A knuckle duster was a pistol that you could take and hold in your hand and strike an individual with it in self-protection. Gamblers used these pistols, and they were also referred to as vest pocket pistols because of their size. Ladies also carried them in their hand warmers that they carried as part of their accessories, and they also used them as self-defense weapons also. Moore produced these pistols from about 1860 until 1865, when the company was bought out by National Arms Company, who in turn sold the rights to produce these pistols to Colt Manufacturing. Colt Firearms bought out the company and produced these little pistols until about 1880 or thereabouts. An interesting pistol from our collection, the Num.1 Derringer. Thanks for watching.